Our air conditioners are working overtime, especially on a day like today, in most of our homes this season due to that summer heat. And with the high outdoor temperatures, well, sometimes the energy bill gets a little high too. However, our next guests say that they can keep your money in your pocket, really, this season by properly installing your windows. Here to give us tips on everything you need to know about home installations are the owners of Windows Plus, Reg Whalen and Tom Camarca. Did I say that right? Camarca.
Yeah, very good.
Thank you very much. Okay, welcome back, guys.
We're glad to be back, Julie.
All right, sell me some windows, man. It's hot outside. I don't need the air going out. I need to keep the air in.
Right.
It's a good time to buy windows.
It is. Why?
Well, a lot of people right now are just fighting that heat. They're fighting their AC. They have single pane glass, and right now would be a good time to call and get an estimate on what we can do to help save you money and save you energy.
What happens if you have the glass and it gets condensation? It's not on the inside where you can wipe it off. It's not on the outside, but it's like in between. What does that mean?
That's a seal failure. You know, nowadays it's insulated glass, and moisture has gotten in between, and the seal has broken. So you can do one of two things. You can replace just the glass. Okay. But many times when that happens, if it's an old product, most people will just consider replacing the whole window.
The whole window. Yeah. Okay. Make a note to myself to do that. Okay. I can call you guys and get you guys to come do it. Speaking of that, if we're replacing all of the windows in the home, Windows Plus is doing a little special thing in July. And you want to talk about that? Free energy audit?
Sure. So for the month of July, if anyone who purchases a house of windows, we're going to provide to them an energy audit. Okay. It's a third-party company that comes in and it's going to show you, pinpoint to you where exactly you're getting a lot of air infiltration in the time of season we're in where you're losing a lot of your air conditioning. A lot of it has to do with your windows and doors, but there's a lot of other areas that people just are unaware of. Okay. So it's a good thing moving forward that the homeowner can kind of work on throughout the year to tighten it up.
And when you buy windows, it's not only the window that you buy, the type of window that you buy, but it's also the installation, correct?
Yeah, the installation to us is the most important. Okay, I mean, there's a lot of good windows out there, a lot of good frames out there, but you really want a good install. You want to make sure the window is sized properly. You want to make sure that you use a spray foam insulation. You want to make sure that, you know, when you put your trim on that everything was insulated before you buckle it up. Okay. And you want to use the right caulk. There are different types of caulk, and you want to use the right caulk / sealant for your window installation.
Why the foam spray?
We use the foam spray a lot because a lot of times the crack between the new window and the existing framing is very small. So the spray foam will actually get into that little crack, and it will expand, and it will also make it more airtight and watertight than regular foam insulation.
And so this is going to be a benefit for the summer, but it'll also be a benefit in the winter because you don't want to lose heat.
It's a benefit year-round.
Yeah.
Yes.
So proper installation, good windows. Give me an estimate. How much money can we save?
Well, back in the day, there were companies advertising 70%, which is really, I don't think, was really genuine. I would honestly say if you do a whole house, you consistently, at a minimum, you should see about 30% savings. Okay. So and in some cases, some homes where it's not as airtight, it could be greater. But I would say at a bare minimum, at least a 30% savings.
Where are some of the common places that you guys find when you go in to install windows, that other places, especially with the energy audit, that you find people are losing the air? Like I live in a townhouse. Right. It's a 3-level townhouse. Okay. Where am I losing air, typically?
Top floor, where the ceiling and the wall comes together, right there under the roof, around plugs and switches, especially those plugs and switches that are on the outside wall. Basement ceilings. Right where the basement and the top of the wall comes together. So those are a lot of areas that you know, people always think windows and doors, and that's your primary source, but there's a few others in the home.
Plus you'd want to check up in your attic also, make sure your attic is well ventilated and insulated.
Up in the attic? I don't think I've ever been up in the attic. So you're telling me I need to go. Yes. Might be a time to go. NFRC label. Right. What is this about?
That is the National Fenestrating Rating Council. Okay. It's a label that should be on every window. It's going to provide the consumer, at this point in time, three ratings. Okay. A U value, a solar heat, and a visible transmittant. Coming soon is going to be an air leakage. So it's a label for each window that tells the consumer the performance of that window when it comes to air leakage, visible light, UV protection, and solar heat protection.
Okay. And that's what we're looking for?
Yeah, you always want to look for that on a window or door. Make sure there's an NFRC label.
All right.
It'll tell you as a consumer the quality of that window.
And that's where you come in, with the window and the installation, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
where you come in and fix it up and say, this is what I need. All right, so again, the special this month is you buy a full house full of windows,
right,
and then you get the energy audit for free.
Energy audit. Full house energy audit.
Full house energy audit. That's
right,
a third party that's going to come in and
yep,
do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you come in to check out my my attic.
I'll be over this weekend.
I can't wait. All right, Tom Rich, thank you guys so much for coming in. Hey, to take advantage of this month's great offer, you need to go to windowspls.com or call 703-956-6172. In the meantime, stay with us, stay cool. Let's Talk Live is coming right back after the break.